think that such absolute silence is very common at naturist resorts, but it's not really. When we wake up at 8 in the morning, there's always people awake, people talking, tents zipping open,
having breakfast,
people having breakfast, cars being loaded, people leaving. So it's actually quite rare to spend the morning in such silence. And one of the reasons is probably because it's the end of the season. It's really the very end of the season. When we are leaving here, they are basically gonna close the gates behind us.
Yeah, there's still one week open.
Yeah, there are a couple of days after we leave. But still, the people who are here right now are the last guests, and they are little by little leaving. And it's also because it's such a small campsite. They only have about 14 pitches, 6 mobile homes, a tent, and a caravan. When Guiral and Monique bought this place, it was basically an old farm with a very big garden and just some trees. So all the greenery that you see around me is all very freshly planted since 2006, I think. And they planted like a lot of fruits. For example, here there are grapes just across of our mobile home. On the other side there are almond trees. Fresh, I don't really find any fresh almonds at the moment. Maybe it's, there they are, but I can't reach them. And there are many other fruit trees. This is a very big fig tree, and you can see that there are actually a lot of figs on it, but it has been a very bad spring here in France, so unfortunately few of these figs will actually become edible before winter is here again. Here's a very interesting tree, because you can see that's chestnuts, but also walnuts, all in one tree. No, I'm kidding, of course, it's just a chestnut tree and a walnut tree right next to each other. There are even banana trees. I don't think that these are typically French, and I rather doubt that they will ever grow bananas, but fruit is fruit. This apple is waiting for you.
Oh. Doesn't look
apples.
really good.
You like apples?
I do.
Not this one.
No.
And I think that these are all fruit trees as well, but I'm not really an expert, so if there's no fruit on them, it's very hard for me to say which kind of tree it is. Pears? Ah, somebody found pears.
Somebody?
Ooh, exciting, exciting, exciting. Yes. It's
Pears.
pear trees.
Oh.
And look at this. Kiwis. There is this ongoing discussion between the difference between naturism and nudism. And we don't really like that, because it's very hard to categorize people in just 2 categories.
Or just place people in a box. We don't like that idea.
But yeah, it's not because you enjoy sunbathing without clothes that you can't appreciate the nature, that you are disrespectful towards others. But there is a thing called the Naturist Philosophy, which is about much more than just being naked.
Absolutely.
It's about nature, and I think you can see all the greenery behind us. But it's also about environmentally awareness, about sustainability.
And that's something that we really found here. For example, all the food that they prepare, they just take the vegetables from their own garden.
Yep.
And this morning we were having our coffee, and Joël asked us, hey, if you want milk with your coffee, I can just go get it next door to the farmer instead of going to the supermarket. That's so cool.
Who says that?
Yeah,
It's like,
no, yeah.
Normally people get milk from the supermarket, but here they just go to the farmer.
Yeah, to the neighbor next door. behind me is the main building of the campsite. It's the farmhouse we've been talking about. And I have to be honest, it reminds me a little bit of my childhood. Because I grew up at a farm in Belgium. Well, half of the time with my grandparents.
You're a farmer.
I'm a farm girl. The only difference with where I grew up and here is that we had cows and we had a lot of more chickens, and here they have 2 cats, 2 chickens.
That's about it.
And that's about it. And now I'm gonna show you where we are staying. This was something that I saw on the website and I was thinking, maybe we can stay in a pot. But I couldn't really book it online. Yeah, I will show you why. It's the sauna. I will show you where we're really staying. Our mobile home also reminds me of my grandmother. Because everything is very rustic, and I think the wood has a lot to do with the rusticness of this place. Here is our bedroom, and we both have our own door.
I will take the other door.
Ta-da! So here you have your kitchen, and over there we also have a toilet and another room. I'm not gonna show you that one because that's where we keep our stuff. And it's a mess already. Again. And you see the wood comes back outside too. Look.
Yeah.
Wood and rustic.
It's a wooden mobile home.
Yes, it is. And outside you have your shower. It's a combination of an outdoor shower and not an outdoor shower.
It's an indoor-outdoor shower.
It's an indoor-outdoor shower.
First time I see this.
Yes, it's the first time I've seen it. And Joël made it himself. Because of the COVID measurements, he thought like, okay, I'm gonna install an extra shower in this mobile home. So yeah, that's why we have this. So it's inside, outside.
Turn on the water.
No.
And there is Sissy, our pet. I will try to show it for the camera. Hold the camera.
Oh my god, there is nothing funnier than a naked guy chasing a chicken.
So that didn't really work out. How about I show you the pool instead? This is something I like a lot. Swimming pools in France need to be fenced off to avoid possible accidents, and sometimes that makes the whole pool area look pretty ugly. But here they solved this problem with this colorful fence, which has the same color as of the house, so you don't really notice it. And all the other parts of the pool are just covered with green. So, who's gonna try the pool?
Do you really need to ask that question?
Here's another thing about swimming pools in France, at least in this region. During the day it gets very hot, but during the night it gets pretty chilly, so the water is not always very hot, and I don't really like cold water. How's the water?
Perfect.
I don't believe you.
You will love it. So what do I get in return for this huge sacrifice?
Maybe a wine?
Let's make that 2.
2 wines it is!
2 wines it is!
Tomorrow we're gonna take you to ancient cities and deep caves, but for today we're just gonna keep it as this. See you tomorrow!
Ching!
We are in Gourdon. It's a medieval city about 5 kilometers from the campsite, and that is pretty much the only thing I know about this city. But that is gonna change soon because somebody is going to guide us around.
And you must imagine that here, everywhere, you had on the ground floor shops with craftsmen.
Selling stuff.
Sellings, and all that piece of houses, building, that's the town hall.
Yeah. Hello.
Somebody in jail?
It's storage.
It was
That was a lot of information in just 1 hour. I think now we know everything about Gourdon.
And do you still remember?
Of course, one of the most important things I will remember, I think, is that Gourdon was a rich city because of its close location to the Dordogne River and to Bordeaux. And you can see this in the architecture. In many other cities, the houses are just stacked on each other, on top of each other. And here it's really big houses with big gates and big windows, and a lot of them even have gardens in the city center.
Yeah, and also the structure is still the same as hundreds and hundreds of years ago. So they remain the structure. I like that too. Yeah.
And something very recent is that they are using the abandoned houses to put city gardens, where they put all kinds of local herbs which everybody can use. That's a great idea.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It would be great for us because we don't really know how to keep plants alive. So
and also, it's it's very difficult to keep plants with us while we're traveling.
yeah, so for us this is excellent. And then of course there was another important question. I have one more question.
Yeah, oui.
What is the typical food of Gourdon?
The typical food of Gourdon. Well, the typical food of the region here is the jack.
Yeah, the
Jack,
canard.
the canard meat,
Ah.
the foie gras, of course.
I decided to completely neglect the food recommendations. I had already quite some duck recently, and they have this on the menu. Tartare de bœuf, something I really like a lot.
And I like it too.
Enjoy tartare. I think I could eat tartare de bœuf every day of the week. What do you think?
I know you could eat tartare de bœuf every day of the week.
Maybe that's an idea for a future video. Like 365 days of eating nothing but tartare de bœuf.
Ah, no, not healthy, not healthy.
If you think that's a good idea, leave it in the comments. And also leave in the comments who of us should try this.
No!
They will certainly pick you.
No, I hope they pick you.
Anyway, we are moving on to our next destination, and that one is under the ground. A very popular day trip for everybody who visits the Dordogne or the Lot region are the Caves of Lascaux. But what few people know is that there are actually other caves as well that have 30,000-year-old rock paintings. Like the Caves of Cognac, for example, and that is where we are now. It's like a fairy tale world.
This is awesome.
The first cave with the thousands of stalactites was really impressive, as you could obviously see.
I really had a flashback of diving in the cenotes in Mexico. Impressive, absolutely impressive.
But also the second cave with the cave paintings, we were unfortunately not allowed to film. But it's really great just to think that they have been painted 30,000 years ago by people who were, when everybody was still a nomad, and those people who actually lived in those caves.
And that they are still here.
The paintings are still
not
here.
not the people, the paintings.
And nobody really knows why they did that.
Yeah,
If
no.
it was to show other people which animals there are around,
If
or
it was art.
just to decorate their
Yeah,
place,
yeah.
or maybe to pray to their gods, or somebody was just really bored and painted some animals. Nobody knows. But what we do know is that we saw pretty much one of the oldest forms of art in the world.
Yes, definitely, definitely. Put it on your bucket list. It's a should visit thing.
It's definitely recommended.
Yes.
There are so many other things to do in the Lot region, but yeah, our time is limited, and I think that we're gonna spend our last couple of hours of the day naked at Le Champ de Guiral.
I'm pretty sure that this is what we're gonna do.
Because tomorrow we already continue our journey deeper into France. And this is the point where you say that people better subscribe to our channel.
Okay. So if you don't want to miss anything, subscribe to our channel, put on your notifications, give us a like, and maybe if you have something to tell about these rock formations or the things that you say, please leave it in the comments. Thank you for watching, and we see you in our next video.
Bye.
Bye.